Hello and welcome to Spectrum TV News at 4. Look at the headlines. Tinubu renames airport scholarship aspirants on hasty consultations. Plus, in a moment. Nigeria President Bola Tinubu, who has renamed some federal airports and dated June 1, 2023, and signed by Joke Olatunji of the aviation sector. The Maiduguri Airport was renamed after the immediate past President Airport immortalized the late founder of the Sokoto Caliphate Usman II. Ebonyi Airport after the late Senate President Chuba Okadibo, and the Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu reportedly the president will spend the Salah holiday in Lagos, the nation's commercial hub. New global financing pact hosted by French President Emmanuel Macron and government, global business leaders and chief executives of leading multilateral but proceeded to London, United Kingdom for a short private has decorated the acting Comptroller General of Customs Adewale Adentin Customs Chief by President Bola Tinubu on Monday, June 19. Suspension of further work on the ongoing reconstruction of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Lagos Olukorode Kesha. According to the statement, construction works on the road were to allow those traveling during the summer break to have easy access in rural communities and help cushion the effect of the recent removal of subsidy for Electrification Agency REA, noting that the mini grid would provide Tufjo, who inspected the 200 kilowatts peak solar hybrid minis, would cut down the volume PMS purchased by beneficiaries. Over 80 similar mini grids had been deployed across the Executive Secretary of the National Universities Commission NUC's headquarters while approving the issuance of a provisional license to granted approvals to numerous universities in the country during his. In a separate development, ahead of the 2023 Salah Session, Secretary, Ministry of Education Yao Jibrin made this announcement in a statement with the families from today, June 26 to July 3rd. On the home front, Akwa Ibom State will exercise restraint in their bid to avoid frivolous spending, emphasizing administration in place to ensure its smooth takeoff. Governor Eno, who was addressing scholarship aspirants and stakeholders in some local government areas, is yet to clarify on such issues and warned such power-seeking issues bordering on established zoning arrangement in the local government areas have been a form of pressure will cause him to go against the zoning arrangement. Leave behind sustainable legacies for the next administration to consolidate on couple Thanksgiving service commemorating the birthday and retirement of Sukoidet Antai and wife Dame Victoria Antai at Dominic Uchuk Avenue administration. It is incumbent on him to continue in the prayers from the Christian fold for his dream to materialize here, acknowledging that the support sought to his emergence as governor of the state and a short attend the Thanksgiving service with government functionaries as a mark of honor to the party and materialistic. CN has called on the society to drop stigmatization and discrimination against drug-abundant Esther Toyo in commemoration of the World Drug Abuse and Illicit has burned down a number of drug farms and is also working 26 with the aim of strengthening action. First, stop stigma and discrimination, strengthen prevention.
Arrested 239 suspects comprising of 165.99 kg, convicted, and should have respect and empathy for them so that they can speak out, so that they can come out. Will continue in it. So the best thing for us to do is to cannabis is planted in Nigeria, and Akwa Ibom is not an exception. We've had some grow them in farms. Cannabis is cultivated here, so and it is the last generation born the weeds. So we burn them, we get a place, get the job.
We move now to Africa, where raising taxes on a number of items. President Ruto, who was elected last presidency of his predecessor Uhuru Kenyatta, recalled that one of the most controversial 8 to 16%. Reports say employees will also need to pay for home building for low-income people. Gas canisters to disperse opposition supporters in Freetown the day after People's Congress APC members were in demonstration in Freetown announcing to the who began causing trouble to passers-by. Meanwhile, Samura Kamara had been fired at his party's headquarters in the capital and CD Tunis that a woman died in the course of the incident. Has been sworn in for a second term today, and in the televised event, his cabinet appointments are expected to be released later in the day. This was according to election figures provided by the Interior Ministry. Parliament, making his party one of the strongest. William has launched a 5-year project today seeking to end homelessness in Charles, and the heir to the throne said the Homeward scheme will work in 6 towns and from the Royal Foundation. His and his wife's Kate's charitable organization he said, an organization which helps people with mental health conditions of impact. Still to come in Win. Do stay with us for details after the break. Thanks for staying tuned, and now to the rest of the news. On our business news, the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) in the country. According to a statement from the Apex Bank, the two groups recently held a strategic Folasun Dunshonbi reiterated the commitment of the financial institution to continue to finance. Meanwhile, the co-chair of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Bill Gates, in his remarks and financial services, expressing satisfaction that support from still in business, the Pension Fund Operators Association of Nigeria, total of 435 million naira. This was disclosed at a stakeholders conference on the micro pension scheme organized at PENOP. Mayomiko Obadofin, who represented the Pension Reform Act PRA 2014, which allows individuals working in a Ghana pension scheme and save for their retirement. Association of Master Bakers and Caterers of Nigeria to embrace good hygiene is made available to newsmen. The Director General of NAFDAC, Mojisola Adeye, not to compromise the quality of bread being produced for Nigerians' consumption. Adeye yet not be an excuse to undermine the safety and quality of products, thereby endangering the lives of consumers. The decisive action. Still in health, a former governor of Ondo State, Olusegun Mimiko, and the preps to halt the issue of brain drain in the health sector. The statement, which was made at a 2-day national conference held, Mimiko noted that the reason many Nigerian doctors and other health professionals are Bola Tinubu to look into the health sector in order. Jamaican international player Dujan Richards, the Blue reports say the 17-year-old forward was handed his senior international debut Common Gold Cup. Still in sports, Carlos Alcaraz on grass at Queen's Club. The Spaniard's 5th title of the season moves him back ahead of 23-time Grand past the 4th round in 2 previous attempts at Wimbledon, but his impressive next month. Despite Djokovic's Wimbledon record, Alcaraz will now be the top seed for the 3rd Grand Slam. Called Burna Boy has won the award for the best international act at the 2020 Central C and Stormzy, among others, tickling the category. Report in 2019 and 2021, respectively. Command of a skit maker Maruf Abdullah Old Girl until Tuesday, July 11, when the case would come up with him on 2-count charges of conspiracy and sexual abuse and exploit for want of jurisdiction, saying the case file had been filed and duplicated. And that's all we have for you at this time. Do well to follow us on social media. Subscribe to our YouTube. We are